This is an exciting time of the year with the postseason. What have you guys got accomplished so far in practice that has you looking even more positive about the postseason?
It's just more detail oriented. It's kind of football style. Always these first series because you have a lot of time to prepare for the team that you're going against. So just feeling things out. Light scrimmage today. Just a good time.
Curious, I saw you and Kevin in a pregame in LA. It was like you guys were doing the same drill, and it was obviously it's competition because both of you are competitive. But what's that like being in the drills with him, knowing that he's going at a certain speed and you're going at a certain speed, and that whole back and forth in that situation?
For me, it's just learning. I'm still a student of the game, and understand that's one of, if not the best scorer to ever play this game. So I'm watching every step that he takes very closely, and I've always watched this game that way, but from a distance. And now the chance to get it live and right in front of you is even better.
Looking like you were into the sneakers too, the pearls you had on the other day.
Yep. Paying homage. That's one of the shoes that has went through. I feel like his whole line. From the first one on. So it's very meaningful to him. And the shoe that I wore back in the day, and I had it in a few of his 6s or 7s and 8s. Yeah.
Does this feel like your third playoff series when you look around? It's cool to see the guys that you're surrounded by.
100%. I'm confident in what we got here. We have everybody locked in. We have guys with a lot of experience, guys with little. It's a good mesh. We're ready to go.
Were you itching to get back here anymore with the way it ended last year?
100%. And the year before too. Whenever you fall short of your goal, you want to get right back to it. That's all you can do. So, we swallowed that pill, and it's on to the next one, and then we get another opportunity.
When someone brings up the Western Conference Finals from 2 years ago, what are some of the first things that come to mind for you with how that series played out?
Broken nose. Broken nose. It's a fun one, man. That's a product of the details matter. I think we stole game 2 that year. It's different. 1-1, 2-0. Everybody knows it's a whole different ball game. Being able to get that lob and Chris out to start the series with COVID, so it just shows you that you never know what to expect in the playoffs. And they play really good basketball, and under them ended up switching a lot of things 1 through 5, and it's gonna be fun matching up against them again.
With the offensive talent that you guys have, teams are naturally going to play off Josh, but how have you seen him take advantage of that, whether it's his shot, cutting, offensive rebounding, and so on?
Yeah, everything you just said. He can hit the open shot. Also, he can catch and drive and make a play for somebody, or he can get in there and be athletic too. But when you're helping off a guy like that and the shot goes up, it's kind of hard to box him out when he's going full speed at you. So, Josh is making us extra money on those.
Does it feel any different this year?
We have a different roster. That's the only difference. But the preparation's the same. We're all ready to go.
When you look at Kawhi, it took some time for him to get back to form after the ACL tear, but he's gotten back clearly. What have you seen from his ability to impact both ends of the floor?
We all know what he's capable of. That's a Finals MVP, a 2-time champ, and he's seasoned. He's been there before. We know this is the time of year that he plays, and I have a lot of respect for him. So excited for the opportunity to match up against him.
What kind of atmosphere do you expect?
Oh man, you guys know what it's going to be. I can't wait to feel it. That's a feeling that I definitely miss. They've been holding it down all regular season, but I know it's a whole different beast when it turns into it.
It's not the Lakers, but is there a bigger sense of pride in beating LA coming from Phoenix?
Man, I really don't have no personal thing with anybody. I want to get to the end and finish it. So, whoever's in our path during that is that.
Away from the court too, we were talking with Terrence yesterday about his love for metal, and when you hear that in the locker room compared to other guys that have, they play, some hip hop or R&B with Dame Lee. Like, what is that like when you hear a guy play something that's so different from what normally hear?
I mean, yeah, definitely uncommon, but you know, I respect it. You know, I try to pride myself on my versatility in music too, and you know, I'm always open ears to anything. So all my friends have different genres of music that they enjoy, and you know, I give it all a chance and usually see the beauty in it.
So you're a Detroit guy, but or you're a Grand Rapids guy, but you basically have some pride in Detroit, which is a rock town too.
That's true. I didn't, but in my personal household, I didn't grow up on rock. So you know, I think it's all a product of you know how you were raised and whatever my mom and dad were beating into my ears at a young age.
You got DeBarge from Grand Rapids too, right? R&B.
I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar. It's good to know.
A little older than
Yeah. R&B from the 80s. So.
Okay.
With your admiration for Kevin over the years, is there a specific playoff moment that comes to mind
Ooh.
watching him?
I mean, Finals MVP. You know, the shot. They almost had us playing against each other just a couple years ago. Toe on the line, but you know, there's many OKC days. I can't think of just one, but you know, it's a two-time world champ.
Hard to believe that's going to be on your side now.
Yeah, I mean, it's never something I would have expected, and you know, couldn't have even dreamed it. But you know, it's here now, and you know, I think that adds a little bit of pressure to everybody, knowing that you have somebody that's been there and finished it, and you know, that's the expectation.
Look, have those Converse that you just lost come out or come to be
I mean, I don't know if you've seen me talk about it at all. I just want it to be, you know, a blank canvas. I love the silhouette of the shoe, and you know, I didn't want to take away from it by putting a whole lot of extra things on it. So just letting it speak for itself, put a cool creative behind it, and sent it off to a lot of my friends and let them draw on it, make it however they want, and then I'll be, you know, posting those to them too once they draw on it, create on it.
Devin, Kevin had 2 student absences during this season, but you guys not really missed a beat when he comes back. One time after you guys ran in and after you guys. What do you attribute that to?
We're just hoopers. You know, we knew each other's games. You know, before he got here, we always had a high respect for each other, and not just us. You know, the whole team has respect for him and understands what he's capable of, and you know, he just knows how to play the game. He's efficient in what he does. He, you know, rebounds at a high level, block shots at a high level. And, you know, you can plug that in any system.
Why was it important for you to be out there for McCoy's honoring out there at halftime?
Yeah, so important. You know, I think that was one of the biggest moments in his, you know, organization's history, and you know, he's been a big product of, you know, what this franchise is and what it's become, and you know, the history behind it. So, I'm so, you know, it's bittersweet. You know, he gets to go into retirement, but we're definitely going to miss hearing his voice daily. I'm sure he's going to be around. I'm going to check on him, and you know, that's my guy for life.
But obviously, it'd be great to win a title, but for Al to get one.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
For Al to get one after 51 years.
Let's do it. I'm on the same page as you.
What's been the biggest thing you've learned from Chris over the last 3 years?
You can't narrow it down to one thing. You know, there's so many different aspects to on the court and off the court, but you know, he's just, you know, a leader. You know, I know it sounds cliche and that's what everybody says, but you know, there's no on and off button of leadership. And you know, he always has an on. You know, he's not scared to hold anybody accountable, and you know, everybody respects it because they know how much he cares and how much he watches this game, and you know, the longevity of his career, and you know, his resume speaks for itself.
Chris has kind of had, at least earlier in his career, sort of had a reputation for, after a few years, it seemed like, you know, guys got tired of his leadership or you know, there were beefs and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem like that's happened here. What do you think, that's him growing up, or I guess that'd be a better question for him, but what have you seen? Why, you know, 2-3 years later, does it still resonate with y'all?
You know, I think that's just personal relationships with people. You know, it has nobody's relationship has anything to do with me, and you know, that's a very close friend of mine outside of this game. He's always looked out for me even when we weren't teammates. You know, so I've always had a high regard and respect for him, and you know, what he's done for the NBA as, you know, the Players Association president, and you know, there's just a big list of what he's done for youth basketball and his CP3 Academy, CP3 camps. Like, you know, that takes a lot of effort and care, and you know, that guy has it.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Congrats.